All right, so 50 minutes later of setting up this elaborate setup, but this is what we want. I want to be able to get the stack down. Let's see what I can get with all the camera angles. So we have that angle right there of the stack down. Is that one good? And then that one. So we went and got a whole bunch of stack down things. We'll probably include that in the video too, but for now, we're going to build a Raw set because you can't do stack down without wrestling ring. So then we're going to go the more elaborate, like stop motion, actual figure stuff once we build all the sets, I think. Yeah. But for now, we have a 414 plus. I don't know why it's not 415.
414 plus, so they couldn't have gone with 415.
So I'll let you take it out.
Okay.
You can do that.
I'm so anxious to see if they have the cameraman. As you can see, there's a cameraman. We'll go here at this one. A cameraman on a little platform. If he's not in here, I'm going to be pissed.
Try to preserve the packaging as best as possible because I like to collect this
I thought I'd be a kid on Christmas morning.
Nintendo 64!
This is like my first time playing with toys and the longest time ever. But it's interesting. We'll see how this goes.
Vinyls don't count.
Alright, well.
Take it out one by one. So this looks like, well, we don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's part of the ring.
Well, this is the important part right here, the frickin'
You're
Bible.
You're going to keep track of that one.
I think it's thick. That's what she said. This is the ropes, so...
Okay. See what kind of those.
This is a lot of pieces. Oh my gosh. Here's our stickers and action figures.
I don't see that guy, but...
There's no camera guy. Maybe he's in his own little packaging.
Oh my god. At least these are bigger pieces.
This is going to be like 5 hours in the making. Oh, I'm so mad there's no camera guy in there. So what the hell? Why would you show the camera guy? He's got to be sold separately. I'm getting him.
Right, so let's put this away.
This looks...
Oh, here, put it under the...
Ridiculous.
We'll put this box over here.
Ridiculous.
Alright.
By the way, Daniel Bryan, oh my gosh. Like, this doesn't tell you, well, apparently we're building
the entrance first.
I don't know. I
bet
steel
chairs.
This is probably more elaborate than the actual setup.
Than the WWE actual ring setup?
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is insane.
I'm hoping that, since this isn't a Lego brand, I'm hoping that they...
This should be the end product right here. Pretty neat.
Alright, so let's...
We have just about everything. Oh my god, look at this. That's probably like $100.
So I'm assuming this is the base, right?
Okay, that is the base, which we're not starting with. They do have belts.
Oh, do they?
Huh.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Alright, so where are these at?
2 hours and 12 minutes about to build this. What's your initial reaction?
Honestly, it's pretty cool. It takes a little bit to get used to all the, like, it's overwhelming when you get all those pieces and all those different baggies out. But once you get going, you kind of used to it. There's only a couple times where it really kind of got a little irritating. We mismeasured down the ring, the width of the ring, and so we had to pry the pieces off. So be sure you really count the dots, whatever, the Legos.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, those things are a pain in the ass to try to dig up with your fingernails. But besides that, the ring posts were the only other thing that we had a little bit of problems with, but pretty freaking sweet. I mean, it's pretty legit looking.
I'll hand this off without you showing any of the ring and stuff. I guess overall my nose would not stop running. These lights are insanely hot because we had to have 2 lights on, otherwise we'd have bad lighting and my pits are sweaty. It was an insane task. I mean, for a 6-year-old, this would be insane. This was 2 grown men and 414 pieces plus. I didn't count them all, but it was ridiculous. So I guess you want to film some of the ring and just see what it looks like.
Champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our mind.